All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Scholar Virtual Summit or watching this replay. This is our third and final session for the summit. We are going to have our co-designer Harlan here presenting to us a quick intro about Harlan. He is a newer learner to Scholar education, but excited to use a useful tool in academics. He loves the idea of AI, but assures it must be used for help, not an excuse to not use your brain. So we're super excited to hear from Harlan, share more about the student experience. So Harlan, go ahead and it is all yours.
Thank you. Okay, so AI isn't that bad, right? Well, obviously, no, it's not that bad. AI is much more than a big bad monster that turns students into mindless zombies. It has a wide range of capabilities. It can be used for good and it can be used for bad. For example, AI can be a tool that prevents critical thinking, it can be a quick way to get answers, and it can be a source of misinformation. But it can also be a tool to aid in creating work. It can be a tutor to help students with complex concepts and a way to help find sources which can be looked into. As a student myself, I've used AI many times and I know the bad and good uses of it. And I want to show you how it really happens when you use AI. So if I want quick answers, all I have to do is I highlight the essay prompt, I copy and paste it in the ChatGPT, I press enter, and I have a complete essay in seconds. Or I could take a picture of the homework question, I can ask Goth about it, and I get a quick answer in seconds. I rinse and repeat. Doing this rids of the critical thinking skills that school is meant to teach students. You can see right here, from a handful of words, I have a 5-paragraph essay, and from a quick picture, a 30-minute math problem is done like that. But if I wanted to use it the right way, and if I wanted actual help, first of all, I have to understand what I need help finding. Once I've done that, I can create a useful prompt with details and constraints. Here's a sample prompt I came up with. Give me credible sources from official government websites about the War of 1812, focusing on the timeline of the war. Using this, ChatGPT gives me information about the sources, it gives me links, and it can even provide summaries about each source. On the right, I put that same prompt in, and I got credible government websites, and even using the essence of the timeline in the prompt, it gave me major events with sources along for those. That seems great. Like, who wouldn't want to use this? It can help me find sources. It can help me write these essays. It rids of so much busy work and helps me be productive. Well, because of numerous social media posts, AI has an awful reputation in the academic community. Right here, I have 4 screenshots from Instagram Reels I've been seeing over the years, for probably since 2024, since ChatGPT really came out. All these screenshots show ways people have found to bypass AI detection and really trying their hardest to not do the work. You can see there's humanizers, there's things that alter document history, and even a Stanford student showing how to bypass AI detection. So because of all this, sorry, but that's really the wrong way to do it. But who's doing it right? Companies like Scholar Education are using AI in an effective manner to benefit the academic community. The most important implementation of AI Scholar Education is currently using is an AI companion for both students and teachers on their platform. On the student side of their platform, you have BaxterBot, who is on the bottom right of the screen at all times and is there to help you answer a math question, help you find out who a character is in a story, always there to help you instead of having the teacher come over and dedicate their time to you. On the teacher side, you have Professor Bruce, who is there to help teachers generate lesson plans and even summarize data of the students so that what needs to be done can be focused on. Doing this in these AI companions can help free up so much time for students and teachers and help the classroom be such a productive place. And as a student myself, I want to show what the student side of it is like. I don't know how teachers use AI, but I know how students use it. I took a whole class called English Composition 1 on using AI to effectively write an essay. You can use it to write it for you, but there's great ways to make it more productive and more effective in writing an essay. On the top left, you have JSTOR's academic AI companion. And as JSTOR is a wide academic library, there's so many sources. You could easily find the wrong source and spend 30 minutes reading into it just to find out, I don't need this. So JSTOR's AI companion can help you know what an article is about, what the main points are, and even help you find certain bits of evidence in it to help your research be more productive. On the bottom left, you have Grammarly, which is an AI writing assistant. It doesn't help you write. Well, it doesn't help you write the whole essay, but it helps you make your writing better. For example, writing in school is meant to be really formal. So on the bottom left, you can see it's helping you switch the word awesome out for fantastic or incredible. It also helps with grammar and punctuation, but it really just helps your paper be the best it can be. And then on the right, you have more ChatGPT things. For example, more sources on AI and aviation, which is what I wrote a paper about in that class, and it helping me write a sample introduction. All of these show AI can be super effective and it can be used really productively and really benefit who uses it. But there are people who are using it wrong. So on this slide, already said, many students use AI as a quick way to get work done, but looking beyond the academic community, AI is used in scams, it is used to create paid work, and worst of all, companies' overuse and obsession with AI is resulting in physical and negative effects on our world. You see data centers affecting the places people live in, and AI scams draining money from people impersonating actual shop owners. Not to get too political or off topic, but all of this has given AI an awful reputation to anyone outside of the business world. So, what do we do? If AI can be used right, how do we show it can be used right? Well, the things you can do with it create a great contrast. On one hand, AI is an incredibly useful tool capable of great use, but on the other hand, the importance of the critical thinking and knowledge gained from creating real work is vital. Maybe we as a community and as a world can work together to show what AI can do to benefit our world instead of reading of crucial human skills like critical thinking and learning. So, overall, AI is incredibly useful, but we need to use our human minds to cultivate real work. Thank you.
Thank you, Harlan. That was super great. If people have questions, feel free to share them in the chat or you can come off mute to ask anything.
Hi, Harlan. Great job. I think you did a really great job presenting and appreciate everything that you presented. So my question to you would be, if you had to give, it sounds like your teachers have let you use AI, and they're actually encouraging you to in certain circumstances. If you had to give advice to your teachers from a student's perspective, so from a kid's perspective and what they're talking about, what would you say to teachers about how they can help their students use AI in their classroom?
Well, first of all, I think teachers should focus on what it can do if you use AI to like do your work for you. It can get rid of really essential human skills and really make what school is meant to be learning and you and adapting and finding these real human skills in yourself. It just gets rid of that when you do it for you. Teachers should focus on, the things I put in my presentation, like finding sources, creating sample writing, and helping polish your writing, and generally just things that help you be more productive with it and make your time more effective rather than freeing up that time for something else. Because the schoolwork we have right now, like doing this, it develops, actual skills.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hi, Harlan. Great job. My question is, how do you see yourself using AI next year and in the next couple of years?
Well, it's honestly kind of hard to say. AI is like rapidly advancing, so I could be using it for much more advanced things in the next couple of years, but as I myself personally do not plan to go to college, I can't see myself using it for much more scholarly uses. But in whatever job or whatever entrepreneurship thing I plan to go into, AI can just be something helpful to generate like frameworks for ideas. Since I like to do content creation, it can help me generate ideas for videos or create scripts. So that's one thing I can see myself doing in the future.
Another question I have for you, Harlan, would you say that students understand when it's appropriate and maybe when it's not appropriate to use AI? Like, do they have a clear um, frame for what counts as plagiarism? Or do you feel like the policy or teachers' expectations haven't caught up to how students are using AI in the classroom?
I believe that AI isn't talked about enough in the classroom. There's guidelines of there's obvious guidelines like don't use it to write for you, but there's not really like anything beyond that. I think teachers need to, as I've said before, talk about the actual uses it can be to help you be more productive and help it be an effective tool. And so the students, like, they see an opportunity to go outside or go play a video game, and I can do this essay in seconds. So they're going to take that. But teachers need to focus on, the actual uses of AI so that students can know how it should be used and then, help them be more productive and effective human beings by doing that.
Perfect. I have one more question, but if anybody else has questions, feel free to ask too. And this is not to get you to answer a certain way, but do you have favorite AI tools that you use as a student?
Well, as a student, I honestly, since I'm a dual enrollment student, my classes at a community college, my classes have been fairly easy, so I actually haven't found myself using AI a whole lot. I've only found it to really write sample papers to give me an idea of what I have to do. But I do use AI a lot more outside of school. Just saying this once again, since I do content creation, YouTube Studio, where it helps me see all my videos and stuff that I posted, has a helpful AI companion which can help me see, hey, what's doing good in this video? What do I need to expand upon? What do people like about it? And why did people leave the video? So that's one thing I that's my favorite AI right now.
Very cool. And then I don't know if you saw the question in the chat. Miss White asked, what do you think of the AI used at Wendy's?
Wasn't it the AI that's used like to help you order your meal?
I think so, yeah, in the drive-through.
I haven't gone through a Wendy's drive-through in a long time, but the most I've gotten out of the Wendy's AI is seeing funny videos online of people asking for 1,000,000 pizzas.
Yeah, those are kind of funny. Well, any other questions? Perfect. Well, thank you, Harlan, so much for sharing, giving us your perspective on great ways to use AI in the classroom and when not to use it. And we thank everybody for joining us for our final session of our Scholar Virtual Summit. So thank you again, everybody. And that's all for now.
Great, thank you. Bye.